What's going on, guys? My name is Alex Whittick and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm really excited today. We are in the garage. We got the Mark V right here and we've got the Hood Stack TT. Now I know a lot of you guys are excited about the Hood Stack, just as excited as I am. And it feels really good to actually have that finally done. I really want to pull the car out of the garage today and get her driving. Don't forget, we're going to be doing a 20,000 subscriber giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed, hit that post notification bell, and follow my Instagram at tilted_TDI, guys. We're going to have to take a few steps before we take this thing out of the garage because, number one, we've got the stock exhaust, the exhaust that's underneath the car hanging down right now. We've got the O2 sensor, the secondary O2 sensor sitting underneath the car. The car also has the hood on it. I want to take the hood off for the time being until I figure out what kind of teardrop type setup I'm going to go for on this. And then after that, we can put this thing on the ground, take her for a drive, and figure out how it sounds and see some flames come out of the hood. So let's get to it, guys, and I'm excited. Hope you guys are too.
I thought I'd start her up real quick and give her some pops.
I didn't press the record button hard enough. I'm really upset. It was actually a really cool angle on the camera, but I don't want to get rowdy in the garage again. I actually got some neighbors outside, so here's a phone angle. Oh my God.
Let's two-step this thing.
Let's get this car ready to roll. Let's pop it out of the garage. Let's drive it. Let's see how this thing sounds. All right, I just had a Philly cheesesteak, but I'm down here ready to tackle on this TT. The first step I want to do is take off this hood because I don't want to cut a hole in it yet. And then we're going to hop underneath the car. We're going to tie up the exhaust just so it's not hanging down because it's basically just touching the ground right now. And then we're going to check out the dog bone mount, see if we could just tighten that up or anything like that. It's not even connected to the car, so I know. Are you surprised? But anyway, let's take off this hood, tie up the exhaust, drop the car on the ground, and we'll be ripping. I just went ahead and I tightened up all the exhaust studs, and actually, this is what happens when you don't have a dog bone mount that's actually tight. This motor just rocks back and forth. It may be good side to side, but this whole back and forth motion is completely rendered useless. And luckily, the way I designed this hood exit, it won't interfere with any part of the chassis, so that is good. So we'll be good for our drive, but that is something I definitely have to address. It looks like the dog bone mount is a solid billet mount made by somebody. I haven't really looked at it close enough. But where it mounts up into the trans area, the bolt just goes right through the dog bone, and then it's not even mounted up onto whatever. So I don't know if the bolt is stripped or something like that, but I'm not going to dig too deep into that. I'm more focused on trying to get this thing ripping. The TT hood is it doesn't have any water sprayers for the windshield on it. It's actually built into the cowl, so we won't have to remove any lines. So that's really nice. Also, I want to mark out where the hood actually goes because I don't think this hood's ever been removed since this car was basically either resprayed or from the factory in 2001. So literally, you can see there's no movement of those bolts. So the washers don't have any, look like they have any movement. So I'm going to go ahead, take this marker, go and make a little line on there, and then we're going to put the impact on, take off the 3 main bolts off each side, and then we're going to rip this thing off. I really like how this shock right here is built into the body as well, like onto this mount. So it's just going to be 6 bolts. Take this thing off, put it to the side, put it somewhere safe so I don't have to damage the edges or nothing like that. And I think after that, we're just going to pull the car out and then sander. So I come right here and I just want to make a simple line somewhere where it's not going to be a major noticeable. I could probably take this off at some point. I'm going to put this on this corner. I'm going to make that mark right there, so that's good for there. I'm going to make a mark on each side. And I think I'm going to make 2 of these marks. One there, just so you give yourself a reference. And then right there, that's good. And then come over here and dap this right here. So I hit both at the same time, so they're pretty even. Now I can go ahead and take off these 6 bolts with my impact, remove this, and we'll have no hood so we can shoot some flames and drive this car. Now right here, I think I've got a 15 mil, no, it's a 13 mil, right on there. These come right off, beautiful. That drops right down, nice. So as you guys can see, there's literally, these haven't moved ever in their whole entire lives. I'm gonna continue the process and we're gonna rip it off. I left the one on that side and take these 2 front off here. These back right off, no issues. They're definitely OEM, there's no way that they're not. And yeah. That drops right down. Now I'm gonna take this one, and then when I get over there, I'm really gonna have to support this hood while I take it off because it's just gonna give out on me if I don't. So this is a little bit of a tricky process. Usually you want 2 people for this process usually, but I only got 1 person and that is me. But, oh, that hood is so light. Here's the hood. And I gotta find somewhere to put this. So lean this up against the tilted TDI. Hopefully those corners don't dig into the cement too hard. But That's right there on that door handle. I'm not worried about scratching the car because it's gonna get rewrapped at some point, and its weight's only on the door handle, so it's no big deal. And it's actually not on the corners, it's just on the mounts. So that's looking good. This car's looking pretty good with no hood on it. Looks a little more aggressive, and with this hood exit, it really pops, really shines. So yeah, let's throw this wheel back on. Before I went ahead and put the wheel on, I actually remembered I had to go underneath the car to tighten up the exhaust. So I took a hose clamp, I headed underneath there to tighten it up, and the second I went to go lift the exhaust, it slid right off. So this clamp wasn't even tight. More stuff on this exhaust that wasn't tight. It literally just slid right off. It was doing nothing essentially. So I took that, I slid that off. I took the O2 sensor and I used that hose clamp to tighten that up and hold it underneath the car. So that's just underneath there. Hopefully you guys can see it. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but it's just hose clamped onto the frame. And then we're gonna put this wheel on. We're gonna lower it down and she's ready to pull out. I don't see anything that's gonna be holding us back. So let's go ahead, let's throw the wheel on. All right, she's back on the ground. She's looking good. She's looking like she's ready to rip. So let's go ahead, pull this thing out of the garage, let her warm up, get the temp, and let's see how she rides. Get this battery all tightened up. Inside the car with the windows kind of up, it's really bearable. The cold start is absolutely atrocious. I know a lot of you guys have loud gas cars that have cold starts. The only cold start I'm used to is the TDI that has a loud whistle, and that's about it. But this thing, when it starts up, it just feels so ignorant. But I'm gonna pull this thing out of the garage and let's rip her. Number one is always gotta drop the top. That's a must. This thing is ignorant. So she's sitting out here just idling. She's not that loud. Let's give her a good old walk around. This thing sounds pretty decent. It's really ignorant, but it doesn't seem to be getting too hot. It sounds like a big exhaust leak because we don't have a gasket down there, so I definitely need to get that. You can hear the tickety tack tack tack, and I hate exhaust leaks, but I mean, besides that, it sounds really good, and it's not too loud at idle, which is decent. I can't even hear when my camera turns on, but here we are pulling down the driveway. Oh my goodness, let's pull this thing up the road. Oh my gosh. The intercooler piping just blew off in the shroud. Let's lift this thing back home. I'm not liking this. Oh my god, I look so ignorant out here. I look so ignorant. This thing, I hope you guys caught that on camera. When that thing blew up, it ripped the whole shroud off. It doesn't even want to idle now. Oh my goodness. This intercooler piping might not be the best setup right now, but hopefully it holds. It ran the other day. Maybe it just became loose. Maybe I didn't tighten it up enough or something. That thing swings. Oh my god. The dog bone mount is just completely screwed. I'm not even gonna drive this anymore. It's so ignorant the way it sounds. It just sounds like a pile of junk. So let's figure this thing out and look at these guys. Those golfers are like, what the hell is going on? This thing sounds like junk, and the motor was swinging, and I mean swinging. I gotta check out that dog bone mount, but wow. When that intercooler piping blew off, I was like freaked out. I didn't know what the heck happened. I thought it blew up or something. I was like, the good die young, but yeah, let's go repair this thing. Pulled this to the garage, I hit an RS. It was a cracked RS anyway. Had to hop over this car because the battery died when I hit the RS. It just like jolted the car. Didn't even hit it hard, it just kind of stopped and just gave up, but oh my god, now my landscapers are here. I'm gonna close the door, take a little break from this thing, come outside, and we're gonna repair it and give it round two. We're gonna two-step this thing. I'm hyped. Man. I wish it just went out and had no issues, but I guess that's what happens when you do a test run. Also, this dog bone mount is so bad, the exhaust literally almost hit the windshield, which is just absurd, because look how far away it is. It's like literally nowhere near. So it was swinging so violently. No wonder that boost coupler ripped off, but all right, let's send it. So let's assess the damage. I got this thing back in the house. I'm stepping on boxes. But this thing is back in here. Now I had this little piece of silicone piping holding this up off the fuel rail. And then this is obviously stationary, and since the dog bone mount has so much play in it, the engine was just rocking back and forth and it just couldn't handle it. So I don't know if the answer to that would be obviously to fix it, I mean, that's no question. You want to fix that for sure. Get the dog bone mount nice and tightened up. But just for the time being, I might just try to slide one of these couplers back or something. See, in order for me to get underneath there again, I'd have to jack the car up and I'd have to get both front wheels off the ground. Maybe I should just suck it up and actually pull this thing up, but that scared me. When this thing popped off, it was crazy. And this hood stack, when I was pulling up the driveway and it was just cutting out, I swear to you, this exhaust was coming up here. Maybe the video will pick up on it, but yeah, this 1.8 was not happy at me, but also at the same time, when it was going for that first pull, it was like, one, you can hear it screaming and hitting boost, and then the engine just rocked too much and this just exploded right off. So before I tear some couplers or anything like that, I'm gonna try to see what I could do. Maybe we can send it back out for rip number 2. All right, so I'm gonna jack this thing up, get underneath it, show you guys what's going on, and see if we can reattach it. If we can't, we'll do the common, the good old ratchet strap to the intake or something like that. Basically, this thing just moves so much side to side. It's honestly kind of sickening. I don't want this movement at all, but let's get underneath there. I'll show you guys the dog bone mount and let's see what we can do. So I got the car's weight up on this rep. And when we get underneath the car, if I zoom in, you can definitely see it right there. The dog bone mount isn't even mounted. You can also see that bracket's hanging down. And right above it, you can see it's not even screwed into anything. So I'm actually gonna approach it from the front of the car and we'll get a better look at it. I repositioned this. I actually put a piece of wood underneath the jack to lift it up a little higher so I can get that wheel completely underneath there, because I don't want to have one jack stand holding up the corner of the car. I'd rather have the wheel actually hold up its weight and I can get underneath there, lay underneath there safely and do what I could do. So let's see if we could do something and get this dog bone mount really tight so we can go drive the car again. So at one point this car was a really low static car, so that's always squared off, the control arm out. And then over here, the whole bottom of the transmission is basically worn away. There's the drain bolt about to just freaking pop. But then you see this is what I was trying to show you guys, the dog bone mount. The top mount isn't in and the bottom mount that holds it in isn't in. I believe it holds in that way. I'm not really 100% sure of how this mounts up, but I'm gonna take this off and this bolt is just completely hand tight. So yeah, let's fix that. All right, so this is what happened. We got this dog bone mount out of here. This dog bone mount it's missing the nut that goes on the backside that holds onto that metal plate. I realized that metal plate that we saw just bolts up to the bottom of this, and that's how that goes, or the top of this. The car sits like this and the body sits on top of it. So we need to get a nut for the top of this, bolt it all up, and it should be good. These do look kind of mangled, but at the same time, this was digging into the transmission, so luckily it didn't punch a hole, but it's very close to punching a hole, so that kind of stinks, but hopefully I can clean these threads up enough and send a new nut on there, and we can only cross our fingers, but I think we got it fixed, and hopefully the motor's gonna stop rocking back and forth. We can get this fixed. Trying to make this whole setup work because I really want to drive this thing. I don't really have the proper nut, but at the same time, all these threads are completely maxed from hitting into the transmission so many times. So I got this nut right here. I believe this is off actually one of my bag setups. I don't really know. I have all these nuts right here in this little cup, little bowl. But I'm gonna take my impact this on here, and let's see if we can fix these threads or make new threads. I mean, at the end of the day, you impact that on there, you make new threads, it's gonna hold and do what I want it to, at least stop moving until I can like go to ECS tuning and maybe just get a new dog bone mount. Also guys, I have a 5% discount code coming out with ECS tuning. I got all the paperwork sent to me like 2 days ago. I've just been slacking on getting that code out to you guys. So that code might be in the description when this video goes up. So make sure if you want to buy some stuff off ECS tuning, you go through me and you get a 5% discount. I think that's really cool that they even let me do that. So I'm helping you guys out and you're helping me out. So hit the link in my description if it is there. If it's not there, when this video comes out, it's definitely gonna be there the day after. So yeah, that code's gonna be sick. I'm gonna make it, so I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna have a 5% discount code, so that's me down below. But let's go ahead and make this new thread. Just gonna put that right on there. No simple, no professionalness to this. Oh, there goes the thread. I just destroyed the thread, so let's see if we can find a nut that will actually work. Oh my god, I destroyed that. This nut was way too small. I thought it was just right. Obviously not. Well guys, honestly, if you judge me for this one, I'm completely okay with it. This has just gone too far, but we're making things happen. Quite embarrassed to show you this, but you know what? At the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing that I have that will fit this is this brass air fitting, and we didn't even have a dog bone mount either before, and we need something. So this brass fitting's gonna work. The thread is the same, tightens right up on there. I got it on tight with the wrench and then backed it off a little bit. So thread's right on there, perfectly fine, absolutely no issues. It's off, and then thread's on. Like that. It's nice and tight, sturdy on there, but yeah, it's looking good. So let's go ahead, throw this thing back in the car, and I will get a proper nut for this and a bolt, but just for the time being, so we could drive this, I'm I'm just doing it for you guys. I'm doing this for you. So let's go ahead and throw back in the car. Whew, I'm greasy. So after getting in there, I realized that the cap piece was a little too tall, so I just went ahead and chopped it. And that air valve was bad. I don't care about it. So I went ahead, we chopped it. Hopefully this fits. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm even doing this right, but at the end of the day, this thing wasn't even mounted up before, so I got to make that point. But yeah, let's try it now. But everything's tight, so let's go. I got the dog mount thrown back in the car. It's completely tight. I actually realized that that black piece that I had mounted to the dog itself had to be flipped because the only way I knew is because it was so ground down from when it hit the road previously. So that's probably why it broke. But I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it's all in there. It's tight. It's definitely not at the right angle. Something's not on there correctly, but it's nice and tight. The engine has zero movement. I mean, like zero. So I don't think that's an OEM dog bone mount. It's like really, really, really stiff. But let's put this thing back in the ground, tighten up this intercooler piping, take it out before it gets dark outside, because when it's dark outside, if I drive this thing, my neighbors may as well just like exile me. So I want to be respectful, so I know respectful in this thing. But anyway, let's go button this thing up and let's head out. All right, everything's tightened back up. I know you guys really want to see me drive this car, so let's get outside. The serpentine belt is completely worn away. It's got like 2 ribs left on it, so that's about to blow. But let's pull this thing out and hit the road. It's about to rain, so we got to get out here quick. Thing sounds really good, honestly. Hopefully it doesn't pop off this time, but yeah, let's hear it. Insane. Absolutely insane. Oh my god, and it drives so well. It drives so well. Oh, the serpentine belt, it's gone. I've got the rest of that old one, but let's get this thing back into the driveway. My goodness, this thing sounds absolutely insane. Oh my god! Oh my god! I gotta grab my phone real quick, get this on video. Did you guys see those freaking flames? Did you see those flames? Oh my god. Oh my god. This thing is my new Hoonmobile. Oh my god. I'm like so nervous right now. I'm like popping a thumb, but this thing is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Oh my god. It's also about to die, so I'm like freaking out about that. But I think I'm actually gonna pull it into the garage for the night, but who knows, let's pull it in. Oh my god, if you guys live in a prime neighborhood like mine, you know you should not be doing stuff like this, but I couldn't resist the urge. This thing is freaking rowdy. Hopefully it's dailyable, like it doesn't pierce your ears, because I really want to start daily driving this car, but I'm gonna go ahead, disattach this battery, set everything up. We have to fix the tilted TDI because the door actually stays open. And I gotta get my mom's car back in the garage. You gotta make the family happy, because if anyone knows and you have a garage, you don't want your mom parking outside. You get grief for that. So I'm gonna get the TDI fixed up. Hopefully we can do that, and we're gonna let this TT cool down, and then we're gonna move everything around. Let's do it. All right guys, so now that I'm a little more contained and the hype is still there, but I'm kind of rational now. Honestly, that was a combination of me being super stoked, super afraid because I don't want to piss off the neighbors, but beyond belief. The first time I filmed with my hand over it, like when I was like doing the thumbnail, it like literally shot up, and it's light out, so you guys can't see how high up those flames shoot that well, but I swear to you, one of those sparks like legitimately hit me in the face. And if it was nighttime, like the flame would easily be 5 feet long, like no doubt in my mind. It's absolutely insane. I don't know what those little sparks are. I've seen when people two-step, that's what happens, but yeah, this thing is absolutely insane, and it's honestly not deafening while driving, really, but maybe it is. I don't really know. I've only driven this thing once and I was more hyped and I wasn't really noticing what was going on, but the intercooler piping held together really well. It doesn't feel like it has any boost leaks, which is really, really, really good. And yeah, so this thing's parked up for the night, but I do have to repair the door handle on the Mark V. I did mention that before, but yeah, this handle the other night when I was filming the first hood stack video, I went to go close the door because the window was open and it was raining outside. So I was like, oh, let me just close this window. I closed it. I went to go close the door for the night and the door just bounced right back at me. It's a common issue on Mark Vs. I just got to take this out, but I don't have a T20 that isn't stripped. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and figure that out, but yeah, this is I'm too excited. I hope you guys are excited for the TT content. We got to get this thing off of my road and we got to actually start driving this thing and yeah, just send it. I honestly don't really know the limitations of this car, how far it's like able to drive, and maybe you guys can give me some pointers on how to keep a 1.8 alive, but I have no clue about the tune. I don't even know what kind of turbo's in this thing. I thought I had a KO4, and clearly I ordered a turbo flange for a KO4 and it was way too small. So maybe this is a different iteration of a KO4 with a different exhaust housing. I don't really know, but yeah, just look at this thing. This thing is absolutely insane, and it's only gonna get better from here, guys. So I'm really liking the -7 degrees of camber in the back. And I feel like that allows me to have a decent amount of traction. And you guys saw me make those arms. Those arms came out absolutely amazing. And we're gonna relocate the top hats where everything mounts up on this car. We're gonna have some camber on this car. I don't know about -20 just because of the amount of power that it makes, but at the same time, I really don't care to go fast in this thing. Now it's got a hood exit, it's kind of ignorant, so we'll see the way the build goes. But yeah, I'm super excited. We gotta get this thing onto the road, ripping and shifting through gears. I definitely wanna get some night rips in this thing, but I'm definitely gonna have to get the new serpentine tensioner. I keep putting that off, which I shouldn't be putting that off. I'm honestly just gonna order one tonight, and yeah, I'm probably just gonna order from ECS. Don't forget I have that 5% discount code. Hit the link in my description. Hopefully it will be there tomorrow. If not tomorrow when this video comes out, then the day after. And yeah, get your 5% off if you're wrenching from home and you're working on your cars. But this thing is looking clean. I'm not gonna keep rambling on, so let's get to it. I looked outside. I thought I saw a snake in the driveway, but the serpentine belt. This is the brand new serpentine belt I put in about a week ago from Amazon. This thing cost me $14 and it just kept wearing away. For the time being, I'm gonna throw the other half of the old one in there. But yeah, like I said, that serpentine belt is bad. The tensioner is bad, but I'm gonna go ahead, recycle that, and start digging into this TDI door. We got the live going right now. Let's two-step this thing one more time. Absolutely insane. Alrighty guys, I did something I shouldn't have done. I actually didn't go ahead and work on the tilted TDI. I actually went on live on Instagram, so if you guys are watching this right now and you were on the live, definitely comment down below and say I was on the live. Let me know, it's real cool. Also, if you stayed this long in the video, definitely comment down below and say I stayed. I love seeing those comments, and it's really cool to see you guys interacting. And like I always say in all my videos, I love commenting back to you guys. I love the comments I receive. And if we can get this video up to 500 likes, I want to put someone's Instagram literally right there on the glove box. That's like going to be my new thing. I definitely want to make like stickers with people's Instagrams on them and just like throw them all over the car. I think that'd be really cool. And yeah, so let's get this video to 500 likes, guys. And yeah, so if you were on the lives, definitely know down below. I was on the live for an hour and it was sick, and now I'm just super tired. I have no motivation to work on the tilted TDI. You guys really don't care to see a time lapse of me digging into that door in the middle of the night, so I'll leave that for another day. And I hope you guys enjoyed. More fireballs to come for this car. I'm definitely excited for more content, and don't let anyone put you down. Keep yourself hyped. Keep doing you. Honestly, you're doing great, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you coming back every day, and I honestly am just blown away that you guys are supporting me as much as you are. So, and at that, guys, we're gonna be doing a 20,000 subscriber giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that post notification bell, follow my Instagram at tilted_TDI, and just keep smiling, guys. Keep it up, keep doing you, keep working on your builds. Let me know down in the comments what you guys have been working on. Make sure you throw this video a like, please. It really, really helps. Share this video to a friend if they might enjoy. Everyone's sitting at home right now and they're just like, they're not motivated to work on their car, and I want to be that source of motivation for you guys. Work on your car, buy an Amazon welder, do whatever it takes, work on your car, learn day by day, and just keep having fun. This is a time for us to enjoy and work on our cars, guys. So I'm tired, I'm rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed. Share it to a friend. Adios, guys. Peace, enjoy, and stay hyped for this TT content. Peace.